ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶಾರದಾ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ರಾಮಾಯ ರಾಮಭದ್ರಾಯ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರಾಯ ವೇಧಸೆ ರಘುನಾಥಾಯ ನಾಥಾಯ ಸೀತಾಯ ಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ. Welcome to all for chapter 3 of the Bala Kanda in Ramayana. In the last part of the story, we have seen how Narada, answering a query by Valmiki, told him the entire story of Rama in a condensed form. And later, Valmiki composed that entire story in an elaborate way in a perfect meter as ordered by Lord Brahma. Having heard the story of the life of sagacious Rama from the lips of Sri Narada, which when recounted confers perfect righteousness on the hearer, the holy sage wished to know more concerning the sacred theme. Washing his hands and feet and drinking a little pure water, placing himself facing the east on the seat of Kusha grass, with joined palms he paused into profound meditation and in a vision beheld the story of Rama. Remember that Brahma gave him a boon that the whole story of Rama will be visualized by him. Through the grace of Sri Brahma, the holy sage saw all that Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana had experienced, observed, and done. He witnessed in detail the life of Rama, who was incarnate, and all that he had accomplished in the forest and other places. By the power of spiritual meditation and yoga, the sage Valmiki saw the whole past as clearly as if it were a fruit placed on the palm of his hand. Thus, having witnessed all, the most enlightened sage began to describe the life of Sri Rama in a metered verse. The history of Sri Rama, who confers righteousness, worldly prosperity, and delight on the reader, which does not degrade the mind and grants release from sorrow, that story which charms the heart and is as full of lovely gems as is the sea, was rendered by Sri Valmiki in the form in which Sri Narada had related it to him. The birth of Rama, his valor, his benevolence to all men, his universal goodwill, his clemency, his pleasing look, his sweet disposition, his love of truth, his humility, his helpful services to the sage Vishwamitra, the instruction given by the sage Vishwamitra to him, and his patient hearing of it, his breaking of the great vow, his marriage to Princess Sita, his controversy with Parashurama, the preparations for his coronation, the description of his great qualities, the opposition offered by Queen Kaikeyi to the coronation, his departure to the forest, the lament and death of King Dasharatha, the grief of the people of Ayodhya, Rama's speech with the ferryman, his farewell to Sumantra, his crossing of the Ganga, his visit to the holy sage Bharadwaja, his departure for Chitrakuta on the instance of the sage, his dwelling in the leaf thatched hut on Mount Chitrakuta, the grief of the king on Sumantra's return, and the monarch's departure to heaven, arrival of Sri Bharata on at Chitrakuta to persuade Rama to return to his kingdom, his stay at the hermitage, his interview with Rama, the funeral rites of his father, Rama's refusal to return, or the receiving of Rama's sandals, the Rama Padukas, by Bharata as a symbol of authority, Bharata's installation of the Padukas and his ruling of the Ayodhya from Nandigrama, Sri Rama's visit to the Dandaka forest, his slaying of the wicked Viradha, his interview with the sage Sarabhanga, his arrival at the hermitage of Sutikshna, the meeting of Anusuya with Sri Sita, and the departing of teachings to importing of preachings to her, the visit of sage Agastya, his residence at Panchavati, the meeting with Jatayu, the appearance of Shurpanakha, the conversation of Rama and Lakshmana with her, Shurpanakha's mutilation and slaying of Kara, Dushana, and Trishira, the arrival of Ravana, the slaying of Maricha, objection of Sita, Rama's lament on his separation from Sita, the slaying of Jatayu by Ravana, the meeting with Kabandha, arrival at Lake Pampa, Rama's interview with Shabari, his arrival at the Rishyamukha mountain, his meeting with Hanuman, Rama's seal of friendship with Sugriva, his promise to destroy Vali, the combat between Vali and Sugriva, the slaying of Vali, the mourning of Tara, the wife of Vali, the installation of Sugriva, Sri Rama's sojourn on the mountain in the rainy season, Sugriva's exceeding of the stated time for his mission, Rama's anger against him, Lakshmana's delivery of the message to Sugriva, Sugriva's visit to Rama, his propitiation of Rama, organizing of the monkey army, Vanara Sena, the dispatch of the monkeys to find Sita's abode, the description of the earth given to them, the giving of Rama's ring to Hanuman, the monkeys' entry into the dark cave, their fasting on the seashore in preparation for death, their interview with Sampati, the king of the vultures, crossing of the sea, the emergence of the Mainaka hill from the ocean, the slaying of the wicked female demon Simhika, who imprisoned her victims by capturing their shadow, the appearance of Lanka by night, entry of Hanuman into Lanka and his lonely creation reflections, his seeing of the wicked Ravana and his aerial chariot Pushpaka, Hanuman's entry into the inner apartments where Ravana is drinking surrounded by women, Hanuman's search for Sita and his beholding of the princess in the Ashoka garden, Ravana's entry into the garden and his solicitation of Sita, her reproaches, the threatening of Sita by the female Asuras, Trijata's description of her dream concerning the delivery of Sri Rama's ring to Sita by Hanuman, the conversation on this matter, the gift of the jewel to Hanuman by Sita, the destruction of the grove by Hanuman, the flight of the women Asuras, the slaying of Ravana's guards by Hanuman, capture of Hanuman and the burning of Lanka by him, the recrossing of the sea, the eating of the fruits of Madhu forest, the words of consolation offered to Sri Rama by Hanuman, and the delivery of Sri Sita's jewel to him. Arrival of Sri Rama at the seashore and the bridging of the sea by Nala and Neela, the seas of the Lanka, arrival of Ravana's brother Vibhishana to take refuge with Sri Rama, and disclosure by him of the design to destroy Ravana, the slaying of Kumbhakarna and Meghanadha, the destruction of Ravana, the reunion with Sita, crowning of Vibhishana, king of Lanka, the offer of the aerial chariot Pushpaka by Vibhishana to Rama, the return of Sri Rama to Ayodhya, the reunion with Prince Bharata, the crowning of Sri Rama as king, the farewell to the monkey army, the rejoicing of his subjects at the coronation, the repudiation of Sita, these and all the other deeds of Rama on earth have been described in the sacred poem written by the blessed Valmiki himself. Thus ended chapter 3 of the Balakanda under Ramayana. In this chapter, Valmiki had a long vision of the entire story of Ramayana behind his eyes, and as per that vision, he went on to elaborate the story. नमस्ते शारदा देवी काश्मीरपुरवासिनी त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यादानं च देहि मे. Goodbye.